Listen to this one. It's from CNBC. Government payouts, listen to this, including Social Security, Medicare, and unemployment insurance, make up more than a third of total wages and salaries of the United States population. A record figure that will only increase if action isn't taken before the majority of baby boomers enter retirement. Did you hear what I just said? 1/3 of all wages and salaries of the entire population of the United States comes from the government. Even as the economy is recovered, which is a ridiculous statement by CNBC, social welfare payments make up 35% of wages and salaries this year, up from 21% in 2000 and 10% in 1960. This is why what's going on now on the Republican side, I can rail against the Democrats, but we sent scores of Tea Party conservatives to the House of Representatives, and we demand more. We demand more. Every statistic that comes out shows you how the nation has lurched in the entirely wrong direction. And if we can't start moving back in a significant way in the right direction, well, when are we going to do it? Never. And the welfare state is collapsing right in front of us, as I've said over and over again. It's already collapsing. Now look what's going on in Wisconsin and Ohio and some of the other states. Imagine if there is a real heavy-duty collapse that affects everybody. What are you going to see in the streets then? When collapsing now, I'm talking about everybody acknowledging that these programs are unsustainable and not everybody wanting to do something about it. If somebody were to come to you and tell you that a program is unsustainable, would you increase the number of people who qualify to participate in that program? I mean, that's how crazy our government is. Ponzi schemes eventually collapse. The question is, on whose watch? Do you really want the whole system to collapse when your children are our age or your grandchildren? That's what this president is doing to them. That's what this Democrat Party is doing to them. And frankly, by their timidity, that's what the Republican leadership is doing to them too. When Boehner says, we've got to cut spending for our children and our grandchildren, I'm saying, good, then do it. Or propose something more than this. Well, it's not our budget, and it's not. Stop with the not, can't, won't. You're there. Do something. We insist on it. We're going to take Harry Reid's majority position away from him. Poor guy who can barely put together 3 coherent sentences. We'll do that. What are we going to get from McConnell? Can't close the parks. We can destroy our currency and destroy the next generation, but we can't close the parks. Not even for a few weeks. We can't have those stories. Really? I have an idea on that one, too. We can become the radical environmentalists. No, let us do close the parks and give the animals and the plant life a rest. For just a few weeks, we'll treat it as wilderness. You libs, you love wilderness. So do we, as a matter of fact, but you like to take logging areas and other areas and make them wilderness. We'll just call it wilderness instead of a national park. Don't you like that idea? And we can say that we're the ones who are the environmentalists. We can't get into the park. It's wilderness today. We don't want you in the park. Please leave the animals alone. Leave the vegetation alone. Stay out of the park. Oh, okay. We can do all kinds of stuff like that.